Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing, and I just wanted to do a couple of project share things and then I'll clean up my craft room. This time of year is super busy for me at work, so I like to end the weekend with a clean craft room if I can, so that if I get a few minutes I can come in and do something. Last week that didn't happen. I had a big mess. I've been doing a terrible job participating in Everything Circles, which is Brigitte Coop, I think it's Coopson's challenge on Instagram. It's hashtag Everything Circles. I've only done a couple of days, but I've been using the Costco sells gluten-free pizzas, and this is the cardboard they come on. So I've done a couple of projects on these and I'm having fun. And I've found that when I use gesso, my spray inks are so much better. So I've been happy about that. This week I was just sidetracked. Had too much going on, too many distractions, and I was thinking I needed to get a little bit centered. And I had these big funny glitter letters. And this was just kind of how I was feeling today. So I made this. You might have seen it on Instagram. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all these circles. Maybe I'll just hang them on the wall. But I thought it was fun. This is some Distress Oxide spray. That's probably why you get the neat smear. And then some dilutions. Just a lot of different things. And then there was a flood. I don't know if you saw my Instagram story, but there was a definite flood of a dilutions bottle. So I put some of this just in it, and that's how I got these super dark spots. By then it wasn't a lake, it was more little tiny things. So it didn't cover up the whole thing. I like that it was just here and there. So a lot of different things, and then some Heidi Swap screen ink. That's what the silver is. So very fun there. Andy Mess was paint pouring, so we were out in the shop goofing off. A while back, you may have hauled, or you may have seen me haul or remember, the Meadow paper from Tuesday morning. I got it in 12 by 12. And then when I was traveling in Oklahoma, I showed you in the haul from the independent stores, I got the sticker sheet. It was a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I did what I always do, which is kind of chop them up as I go. Like these I took out because I'm making cards for friends, for a friend, and I didn't want to use family or home sweet home. It didn't really work for what I was doing, and then I throw away the empty ones as I go. These didn't have the goat pictures that I was trying for her, and I have another friend that really likes bees, so I might make some cards for her. So I just kind of cut them apart, and that allows me to lay them on the card and see how they are size-wise. So I'm just going to show you what I made. I will tell you, I know like Daniela Hayes is doing a super cool kill the paper pad thing, and a lot of people are doing a great job using up their paper pad. That's just not me, you guys. I want to be that person, but I figure as long as I'm using something, it's okay. I bought this because of the goats. I used a lot of the goats. This was green vellum that I put in here when I was going to make cards and forgot, and then a paint thing. I will probably circle back. I'll probably take a break from this and then circle back and make other cards. Different people in my life, or just put some in my stash. Just make some and put some in my stash. I gave away most of my stash today, so I don't really have any cards again. It's okay. It's a thing that happens. When I was traveling, I also got the killer deal of the Nina 50 sheets of 65 pound for $1.49 in these spring colors. And that's the paper that I used here, where you see this creamy paper and the blue paper. I guess those are the only two I used out of there. I thought I would use the pink, but if you look at this, the pink does not go. It's kind of a peachy corally pink, so it didn't work. Okay, because she likes goats, I did a bunch of super simple cards there were goat cut-aparts in there. The pack has several different pages of cut-aparts. Some I haven't used at all, so let me show you. These, I haven't used these one bit. There's 2 4x6s. These are adorable banners. And here, and then the kids, pictures of the kids. I didn't use any of those, so I still have 3 sheets of those. I could make a lot more cards out of this, you guys. And the ones I did use, oh, they're all cut up. They were, I'll find the top of the sheet. Okay, this is what's left. They were 3x4s, and then the goat one was down at the bottom. So I did each one of those. I just went through and really focused on the goats for her. So I used this goat paper right here. I used almost all of this. I have like a partial sheet left, and I used quite a bit of this. On this cover, it looks blue, but it's green. At least in my pad, it's green. And a little bit of this because it was on the back of something, and touch of this. I'm not really into the browns and the brown plaid. Maybe in the fall I'll use those in something, but they didn't say spring to me. So I have these. These are fairly simple because I typically don't like to use those 3x4 cards, but because the whole point of this was goats, I used them. So I have some sheer ribbon here, and this goat paper, and the goat cut apart, and another layer, and some jewels, and a strip on the inside. This one, it's very square. I inked the edges, put some jewels down here. This one I rounded the edges, put some pearls down here, and I have a goat sticker on the inside. This one has a strip of the goat paper. This one is the goat paper, and it says "Just Be You," and it's popped up, and it has some pale blue pearls. I used a lot of this blue, I think it's bias tape, right? You use it for sewing for the edges. I don't think it's very expensive, and it really lays nice, and it's very thin. So it's easy to glue down. It's easy to wrap around papers. Look through your stash and see if you have any. This one has some nice shimmer to it. Maybe bias tape has a fold. This is a flat product. Somewhere there's a package, I'm sure. Then I have some blue paper underneath and stitching that I put on with my Clear Star Jelly Roll pen, and just a layer of paper, and then a funny shaped scrap of goat paper on the inside. This one I used those dies, Crafter's Companion, recently acquired at Tuesday Morning, and I used a couple of those flowers down here, and a little sticker that said "Be You," and a flag. I started these at a friend's house, so normally I would have used my embossing powder tool on the back of that sticker and popped it up so it didn't stick itself down, but you just roll with it when you're crafting on the go. Here I have a circle sticker that came in the pack, and I punched cardboard and mounted it on foam. And then I have some more of that bias tape and a strip of the goats on the inside. This one turned out pretty cute, you guys. Okay, this is, I don't know. I think I stole this die from my friend, and then I couldn't figure out what it went back in. It's a big lacy flower petal, and I usually throw away these middle green parts, but today I put them all back in place. And then I laid a sticker over it that says, "Let's stay the very best of friends and friends forever." And I used my Clear Star on the very best part, and I used the Wink of Stella on the edge. And the way I did that is I put it on the edge. I put it on the big die before I glued it down and put it all together. So there's none on the green at all. I couldn't have done that well had I glued it all together. And then just a blue jewel in the middle and blue paper around the back. And that one doesn't have anything in the middle, so I'm going to set it aside. Maybe I'll put something. This one, it's a sticker that says "Happy" on top of a scalloped punch mounted on a piece of cardboard, which again is just packaging. It was from Jewels or something, nothing fancy. Some foam mount, a 2.5-inch circle punch under that, some bias tape, some pearls, and a couple of those flowers punched out with the same flowers I just showed you, the Crafter's Companions ones. There isn't necessarily a formula. Sometimes I just grab stuff. I liked this square 1-inch happy sticker. That was the inspiration of how I built this card. This one was a cut apart, and it was actually horizontal with a little border on the side. This is what it looked like before. But I already had a bunch of vertical cards prepped with the goats. So I made this one work because I wanted to use this one. So I put some jewels up here and down here, bias tape, a row of ribbon, a little sticker that was on the kit that said "All Smiles." And I inked all of the edges with a little bit of brown. I used a couple of different tiny ink pads on cards throughout, just so they're not all the same. This one has a lot of little things going on. This is one I was working on at my friend's house. So it has a strip of blue paper, some green washi on top of it, little tiny sequins that were in the recent pack that I got at Tuesday morning, but I picked out the tiny tinies. Let's see if they're right here. These. Okay. The rest of them had that pink iridescence, which I bought and thought would be so great for spring. But again, this wasn't a very clean pink. Then I have a sticker from the pack, and I put Wink of Stella on the flowers in it, and another little sticker, and I put a forever flag on top of it, and then a sticker that said you were made to be awesome, and I popped that up with foam mount, put some jewels and sequins and a splash of ribbon behind it. I was just fiddling while we were talking. I forgot my circle punch. I think it would have been nice to have a circle behind this to anchor it all and have the tags come out, but I wanted to get something done while I was there, and I forgot my circle punch. Okay, this one is different than the rest of them, and I like how it turned out. My inspiration was Some Friendships Are Just Meant to Be, this little like index card thing they had down here, and then I put a little flower sticker that I had. This is that same die that I cut out. Then these are those Crafter's Companions dies, and this is iridescent blue-green paper that I got in my Happy Mail from Gigi. If you didn't see that video, Creative Gigi sent me some amazing Happy Mail. And then I have a jewel in the center. So this plaid paper is from this pack. It's on the back of the goats. That's why you don't see it, because I was trying to use the goats for her. And then a couple of flags of the bias tape. So again, it's just really versatile because it's so thin, and I love that it has some sheen. The green iridescent paper is a little crazy for this, but I just think it really adds some fun interest. So I was really happy with this card. I made this one late in the game, and I might have used that paper in more of them. Again, nothing inside, so I need to work on that. This one, same techniques again. I'm using blue cardstock and the blue bias tape. There's something on there. And the same ribbon. It's just a scrap of ribbon that I had sitting around. And then I have some stickers layered here. These were just stickers from the kit. And some jewels across it. I didn't love the yellow ones with this, but they weren't so bad that I would like toss them out or anything. And I used a corner rounder on those to round the edges. I did that here and there just to add variety. And then on the inside, I had a 1/2-inch strip of blue paper, so I put that. The last one is, the sticker says, life is in an adventure with you, and I put clear star on the word adventure, and that's popped up and inked on the edges. Has a 2-inch circle behind it that's inked. A strip of that same ribbon, or bias tape, whatever we're calling it. And then just some pearls, some nice big light blue pearls, rounded edges, and this is inked too, so all the layers are inked the same. And then on the inside I have the goat paper. So those are my cards. I am working on some giveaway ideas. Let me know, would you guys be interested in the Tim Holtz small stamp platform as a giveaway? I'm not launching it right now. I'm just asking if this would be worth it. It's kind of heavy, so it's going to be kind of spendy to mail, but it's the travel stamp platform. I probably used it once. I have the big one too, and if you guys watch my videos, I usually don't use either one of them. So I thought that somebody else might use that more than I do. So if that's something that you think would be a fun giveaway, leave me a comment below this video. I also put a question on my, I think it's called my community tab on my channel page, but I haven't gotten any ideas from you guys about what you want to do for giveaways. I'm working on a Happy Mail right now for somebody, so I need to get that out before I launch a giveaway. I think that's it. I hope you guys got some great ideas from these cards, and I'm going to patch up the ones that I missed the inside. Oh, and then on envelopes, I have white ones and cream, so it kind of depends on the card base that I used on them. Have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.